Hey, Tom Rabbit! I hope you got this for your recording. Hey, YouTube out there. Tom Rabbit likes to record these. Hey, Tom Rabbit!
Meanwhile, at the Legion of Doom.
Yeah,
Just like
that
say
was
that, you know, they will know.
they violated their own agreement.
I was told you will not be muted. Okay, and the a-hole muted me twice. Okay, now I was called. He wanted to talk with me. I was told I would talk with him, not that I'd be talking to a transvestite. I made my policy clear. I have no interest in talking to a transvestite. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, he did that on purpose. He knew he was going to get demolished, so he violated the terms of the agreement.
Yeah.
He can't pretend like he didn't.
And then he muted me again, and then I pointed out to him, "Okay, good. You ever talk to me, then I'll leave the conversation."
That transgender was annoying, man.
Yeah, he did that on purpose.
Yeah, Ken is a cocky, arrogant dude. Okay, he was about to be demolished, but I'm not going to call into a show when I have some little dweeb by Ethan, your friendly neighborhood atheist, comes in here and begs me to come on and talk with Ken. Ken wants to talk with you, and you won't be muted. And I get on, and they flip out because I say, "Hey, it's my policy not to talk with a transvestite." Okay, so let's talk about my worldview, and they lose their minds.
Okay? Yeah. He had made it very clear earlier today that you were not going to be muted. So the dude knew not to mute you. He knew it, and then he violated the agreement. It's not like he didn't know.
That's right.
His escape hatch, right? Things are looking ugly. You duck out the escape hatch.
Yeah, he wanted to talk to me about my worldview. I gave him my worldview, and then he wants to bitch, whine, and complain because I said I don't want to talk to a tranny. Okay, so Ken, let's go. And he did what they,
Such liars, man. Such liars.
Well, I don't understand why they're having a hemorrhoidal attack because, after all, morality is in the eye of the beholder. It's subjective. So why are they getting upset about my preferences of not talking to a tranny?
Even worse, why are they getting upset that a bag of molecules has a disagreement?
Yeah. You see, that was actually a train wreck for them. I knew that this was going to happen. I knew that they were going to lose their minds once I said, I'm not talking with a transvestite. Okay. I knew they were going to lose their minds. Now, I didn't say it with the intent of derailing the interaction, but I knew what snowflakes they are. So, and I was all prepared. And by the way, they kicked me off the show. I get back on. Boom, he mutes me again. Okay, fine. See you later, Jack.
Well, he wants you to leave, obviously, right?
But you don't.
Okay.
It's just a weird.
Well, I told him. I said, if you mute me again, okay, then I will leave. Okay.
He violated their agreement twice.
This was supposed to be a level playing field. Now, if he felt that I was acting in an unbecoming way, we could have discussed that. Okay, but he wanted to be a cocky little arrogant jerk, and have the itchy trigger finger of the mute button. Okay,
he violated their agreement twice. He said earlier very clearly there's going to be no muting, and I was thinking about exactly what he said because I was in here when he said that there's going to be no muting whatsoever, and then he mutes you twice. Just completely flipped on his agreement. What a scumbag, man!
Yeah, well, that looks bad for them, not for me. I don't care that it happened.
Please tell me somebody recorded earlier today that he wasn't gonna mute.
Well, I don't even care if it's not recorded.
Oh, it doesn't matter. The fact of the matter is there were multiple witnesses to that thing when
he didn't deny that was the agreement. He didn't deny it. He just said I don't care. Right? He said I don't care.
Yeah. And you want to know something? I'm not going to speak to this person and on a video call and sanction them, dressing up like a woman, trying to look like a woman. That is a dude. He's a transvestite. Okay, it's that simple.
I'm not sure if
I didn't even know that was a trans.
He's a tranny.
I didn't know that at first. Just looking at him, I didn't know that.
It's just deceptive.
I find it kind of insane how close they can get to looking like a woman without actually being a woman.
These disgusting muters.
It is disgusting. And I feel
Well,
bad
I think it's kind of funny. They made themselves look really bad. They desperately wanted me on their show for views or ratings, whichever. Okay, and they blew it themselves. Okay, they know that. Listen, they know I'm a straight shooter. They know I'm a no nonsense person. Okay, they could, Ken could have said, "Hey, Arden, just step out of this one. I'll just deal with this conversation with this guy." And I called back after they kicked me out of the show. Okay.
That was
And I said,
hilarious.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
That
called
was
back
hilarious
in,
when you
and
said
then he wants to, yeah.
That's not very inclusive of you. That was hilarious.
Yeah. You like that? You like that touch?
Oh yeah.
You see what hypocrites they are? That was funny. Yeah. He was he lost his cool there, didn't he?
Did you record that, by the way, to add to your collection?
I recorded it. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's good. That's gonna be nice to brief that little interaction. No little exchanges and whatnot. It's gonna be nice to break.
They can dish out the interrogation, but they sure can't take it, can they?
That's how it always comes down.
Yeah, they can dish it out, but they can't take it.
I'm just sort of
You
confused.
didn't even get to the interrogation, right? They
Oh,
ducked out
yeah.
before it even started.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
They can't take it.
Ken just made himself look really bad.
President, get down. President, get down.
I think anyone who associates with a freakazoid is going to look bad by definition.
Why would they want you on the show so bad and then immediately kick you off? What was the point of that?
So I'm going to go back and I'm going to listen to right when I got kicked off. Let me just see, because I didn't, they kicked me out. I didn't hear what was being said. That's what's on my birth certificate.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, is it? Oh.
Yeah.
Barf.
The nurse came in and says, "What are you going to name him?" And my mother said, "We will name him Darth Dawkins."
Well, how's it going?
No, I'm doing fine. I heard you wanted to chat with me.
Yeah, I'm happy that you called in. So I was wondering if you would be willing.
YFNA atheists is just sitting there lurking in the background.
About what they believe and why. So about what you believe as a Christian and.
Good. I told them what I believe. I said, I believe that I don't want to talk to transvestites, and here's what I believe about my Christian worldview. Okay. Right.
And why we maybe would want to come along with you, believe in the same stuff.
Notice how he's playing coy, like he's really undecided and non-committal, right? Notice the acting job there. Hey, maybe you might convince us. Well, I'm a fundamentalist Christian. I hold to the Christian worldview, and that it's the only coherent worldview to hold, and any other worldview. Do you guys want me to stream it here?
Yeah, I'd appreciate that.
Yeah, let's see how stupid they sound.
Yeah, we can see the look on their faces of apoplexy. Identity claims of Jesus Christ, you're going to wind up eternally separated from God.
Okay. I mean, that's all pretty straightforward. I guess what I'm wondering is how could we come with you on that, with believing those things? Well, you accept God's revelation, both natural and special revelation. Okay? God has revealed himself through creation. He's also revealed himself through the course of history, detailed in the Christian scriptures, and he's preserved them sovereignly. And you have a choice whether to accept that the message of the Christian scriptures, the Christian worldview, is self-attesting, or you will reject it in favor of your autonomous reasoning. Okay? So you said there's
the only way that you can know that it's true is that you have to. I'm not interested in talking with you. I don't debate trannies. Okay?
This fucking tranny is hurting my ears.
This is where they lose their mind.
But okay. Darth, I want to talk to
Excuse
you.
me.
No,
Yeah.
I would love if this tranny's voice could get blocked out.
Yeah, notice how the pretending to be a female. Oh, I want to talk to you.
Oh my gosh,
Notice the acting
Darth.
performance content. Yeah, notice the acting comes on. Oh, I'm really a woman. Have a policy. I don't.
Sorry. Nope.
Oh
He's
man,
gone.
I was ready.
I'm sorry.
Though.
Arden, no, that's just flat out.
That's it.
I'm sorry.
I
Nope.
wasn't gonna let that
Nope.
go.
I was told that I would be speaking with Ken Leonard. I was not told that I would be speaking with a transvestite. Okay, I do not want. I mean, I'll talk with trannies on here briefly, but if they're going to come on camera, I'm not going to pretend like I'm accepting the visual image that they're presenting. Okay. Now, this little clown, Ethan Michael, Mr. Amnesia, didn't tell me I was going to be speaking with anyone else. Okay.
That's
fuck, but you're not going to disrespect.
hang on.
I didn't disrespect anyone. I said I'm not going to talk with a tranny. This guy is a
All I
tranny.
see
He's a
is 3 men
transvestite.
on the screen.
Yeah. Oh, so it's disrespect. This guy is a fake, a phony, and a fraud. Okay, because when he has been a moderator in YouTube text chats, right, there have been such verbal abuse on other YouTube streams, not his show in particular, but on other streams where the atheists have been very, very abusive and being disrespectful, rude, obnoxious, and he just sits by as a moderator and he doesn't do anything. Okay, but then he jumps in and says, "Oh, you're not going to be disrespectful." Hey, I said I'm not going to talk with a tranny. All right, that's all.
That's a missed opportunity. Darth, I hope you call back, because we should address that. Yeah, and something tells me that Arden's more than capable of stepping in and handling.
So,
well, how would Arden be capable if I said I'm not going to talk with him? Right?
Yeah, I shouldn't have done that.
I think the sentiment is nice, but I hope Darth calls back.
I mean, it's on him. Like what?
It's on him. I'm just pretending to be a female. Yeah, it's on him.
Whatever. If he wants to call me a tranny, that's fine. But
you are a tranny. What do you mean? If I want to call you a tranny, you are a tranny. You're a transvestite. Okay? Tranny is short or slang for a transvestite. That is what you are.
I mean, if he can't he didn't even get to defending his worldview.
Yeah.
He just said it's been revealed. I was going to ask where, but he didn't even want to answer the one question that would demonstrate his points.
Yeah. Yeah. And how do you know you're a female? What? Because you imagine it? How was that revealed?
So, I mean, if he wants to not demonstrate his point to call me a name, then
and
that's
it's an interesting. I'm
a grown ass woman. I don't need a.
Right. You hear that?
I'm a grown
up woman. You see, this is a lie. This is not a woman. This is a dude who specifically grows his hair long, plucks his eyebrows, puts on a feminine type of demeanor to get everyone to believe that this is a woman. It's not a woman. It's a dude.
Right.
Schoolyard defense.
Sorry.
It's okay, Ethan.
It's an interesting thing.
Supposed to be disrespected to that extent.
Well, hang on. I think we've got Darth back on.
Oh, you see, what snowflakes? Okay, all I said is I'm not going to talk with a tranny. That's all. Would have made him feel better if I said I'm not going to talk to a transvestite.
Line.
All right, then
Yes,
this is up to you two. I'm getting out of this.
Yeah. Do we have Darth back?
Oh, was I kicked off?
Yeah, Ethan interjected. And I understand why. So now I feel like I've got to derail the conversation we were having to ask you a different one.
That was not very inclusive.
So
to kick me off the show,
I'm sorry. That is funny. You got to admit it, right? That was not very inclusive.
That's right.
Give them a little taste of their own medicine.
Opinion.
So,
Aww.
So as a Christian, if you're called to, fulfill the Great Commission, if you believe that Arden, for example, is confused or is living in sin, wouldn't you have a responsibility to talk to her?
I think that individual already knows the gospel and already rejects So that person, now we want to get back to the conversation about my worldview that you were.
Well, I actually had a
about,
question
Ken.
that you could have helped clarify. But
yeah, I guess you're hard of hearing. I said I'm not going to.
Well, actually, literally am
with somebody pretending to be a female. Okay, so that's the second time I've told you my policy. Okay, so Ken, do you want to continue the conversation or not?
I would. I'm just baffled because
Ken's head is about to explode.
I was a Christian for.
Do you want to talk about my worldview or not, Ken? Make up your mind.
No, well, I do.
The answer is he does not. He does not want to talk about
it. And not only does he not, he desperately does not.
What a bunch of snowflakes.
Onto the show.
So I've muted you now because there's a delay and I don't want us to talk over each other and be rude. So just for the sake of clarity, I was a Christian for more than 20 years. I was under the impression that the fruits of the Spirit are love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. I don't think I missed any. I think that's all of them. I'm wondering if
and how is saying I'm making my policy here. I'm not going to talk on your show with the tranny. Okay. How does that violate Galatians?
If your mission on the internet is
he's a clown. I said it doesn't, and he's a clown for pretending like it does.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Now, notice how they're trying to impose their morality on me. Remember when they said stop posing your morality on others?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and what they're trying to do now is they're trying to impose their morality on me. They pleaded with me to call in, and this is how I get treated:
is to spread this worldview of Christianity. If you feel like,
see, they call in, they want to talk to me, and now this guy wants to sit there and lecture me rather than talk with me. Okay,
you're doing that in a spirit-led way would be my question to you as a former Christian, because I'm confused by your tactic, and now you are you're unmuted, so the floor is yours.
You just told what your policy was. What tactic?
When I was invited to come on the show that I would not be muted. Did you mute me?
I did. Yes. I didn't tell you I wasn't going to mute you.
Okay. What a clown.
You see, what a
little prima donna. Well, it's not your show. The owner of the show said I would not be muted. Okay.
Just because he didn't directly tell you doesn't mean he didn't understand what the terms were.
Yeah.
What a scumbag.
Yeah, well, of course they are. Okay, this is what they do.
Terms of the agreement for me to come on the show. Okay, so if you mute me again, I'll disconnect.
Let me just play
it. Well, and now you are you're unmuted, so the floor is yours.
Did you mute? Okay, I was told when I was invited to come on the show that I would not be muted. Did you mute me?
I did. Yes. I didn't tell you I wasn't going to mute you.
That's violating the terms of the agreement for me to come on the show. Okay, so if you mute me again, I'll disconnect.
If you're going to talk over me, I'll mute you. So that'll be up to you. If you can talk like an adult, then
if you mute me again, I will disconnect. Okay. If you ever talk to me, then I'll leave the call instantly. Okay?
And now you understand. Right. So now you understand
my worldview. Okay.
Yeah. So I asked you a question about your worldview and about being spirit-led.
You can accept the Christian worldview based upon the revelation.
I asked you. Okay. So I'm muting you again. I'm muting.
Okay. So you see there again. I'm addressing his question about my worldview, and he's being a little prick. Okay,
he's consciously doing this. He's purposely doing this.
Yeah.
You again because I've seen you do this with a lot of people, and I'm not gonna.
And I've seen you guys do this on all your call-in shows. That you mute people, you talk over them, you railroad them, and you don't make it a level playing field. That's why I agreed to come on the show, because I was told that I wasn't going to be muted so that it would be a level playing field. But you decide that, you want to be King Kong, you want to wield that mute button around and just shut me off just indiscriminately right in the middle of when I'm responding to you.
And YFNA atheists, look, I don't care if YFNA atheists had his issues about your comment about that tranny, but he should have been equally as fair to come in and say, look, I agree with Darth that he wouldn't be muted, but he didn't come in.
No, because he's a phony. No, because YFNA is a phony. Okay.
Yeah. Gonna get sucked into the whole ridiculous drama thing. Frankly, this feels like
I wasn't the one creating the drama, Kenny boy. I wasn't creating the drama. You were. You were reacting apoplectically like a snowflake.
Performance. And and he hung up. So yeah. So this is unfortunate. So I mean, I've seen Darth on a number of channels get into these really ridiculous arguments with people, and they go in circles.
So he really didn't have any intention of having a big boy to big boy conversation, did he? He's a fake.
But I really want to draw attention to what I was asking him, because there's this idea. I was a Christian for a very long time.
Here comes the sermonizing from
no
an
one
atheist.
cares.
Yeah, here's sermonizing coming from an atheist in a world of molecules in motion. Why does it matter that certain molecules behave in a certain way? You see the hypocrisy here? Okay, he's borrowing from the Christian worldview that Christians ought to behave a certain way. People ought to behave a certain way. In an atheist worldview, there are no oughts about how people ought to conduct themselves. Okay,
you know what we should start pointing out. Like, besides the word Christian itself, they have two words that are their favorite words. Those are the two favorite words. I was. Or I was, hey, like, how often will you hear them say that? I was a Christian. I was a Christian. I was a Christian. They love those words so much.
Oh, I know. But well, yeah.
There's this idea that, you know, they will know we are Christians by our love was a thing that was said a lot where I grew up. I just listed the fruits of the Spirit. There are a number of requirements.
Jesus called the Sadducees and the Pharisees, who publicly claimed that they were serving God and promoting the truths of God, and yet Jesus publicly called them rotting corpses in whitewashed tombs. He called them snakes. He called them vipers. He called them wolves in sheep's clothing. I'm calling this person a tranny because that's what this person is. That person is a transvestite. I'm not talking to a woman.
What he's trying to slip in there is that kindness is capitulating to someone's delusions. Yeah. That's what he's trying to slip in there. That it's kind to not tell people the truth, to capitulate to their delusion.
The Spirit are actually pretty decent. There's these ideas of how you should conduct yourself towards other people. So there's just like a vitriolic kind of.
Okay, so did he invite me on to talk about my worldview and my apologetic, or was his real motive to sit there and lecture me like he's my daddy? Okay, right? He wants to talk about how people ought to treat others. Why doesn't he? Does he correct Nat Bloviator for how he treats people? Okay, no, I don't think so. This guy's a hypocrite.
Kind of hateful way that that Darth presents himself in these conversations. That to me seems completely
telling someone the truth.
Yeah. What's hateful if I get angry with somebody who's constantly lying to me and trolling me? Okay. See, now what this is what he's doing is he's symbolically unzipping his pants and urinating on me when I can't even defend myself. See, this is the kind of clown that this guy is.
Antithetical to everything he's saying. If Christianity is really his thing, and this isn't all some big troll online.
So you see this guy's real motivations. Okay. This was all a pretense, okay, to get me on the show, maybe to get me to leave. And this was a setup where to come in and just urinate on me when I don't have a chance to answer back, okay?
And shtick.
So we got this guy's number, okay? We got his number. We know what he's about. He's a fake.
I think the border between those things is probably not very clear. Like, I think there's probably a little bit of column A and a little bit of column B, you know what I mean? But I think it's unfortunate because, like,
I'm going to fast forward this part. I don't want to listen to this transvestite.
He was going with Revelation. And what I was going to ask him before we got sidetracked by him being transphobic and bigoted.
Oh, here it comes. There it is. Why aren't you inclusive of my position? Oh, I'm transphobic. I'm bigoted because I said I did want to talk to a transvestite. Okay. Okay, now I'm transphobic. I'm transphobic.
But he's phobic of transphobics.
Yeah, he's transphobic.
Yep.
Get it and hateful and ridiculous was if I've got competing claims from people who say they've got revelation and they disagree with each other, how do we differentiate between their claims to find out who's really onto something? But we'll never get to have that conversation because his head was too far up his ass. So
my head was too up far my ass. How about you kept on being abusive, muting me, kicking me off the show, muted me repeatedly, over talking me, and my head was up my ass, right? And how about you? Where was your head?
Or how about the issue that you guys will likely never have that conversation because you guys keep creating things and issues to prevent such a conversation from happening, and then you want to pretend as if it was you who started the whole mess. No, you guys don't want to have the conversation, so you guys are going to create these ridiculous issues and say, "Well, it's regretful that we can't." You guys are doing this crap on purpose.
Mm-hmm.
So, let's move on to Bobby.
Sorry.
Sorry.
No, I was just gonna say, Darth. You know, since every single person who called me that in school.
Darth, every single person. Look at the female act here from this dude.
School growing up has told me how they think I'm really hot. I'll tell you what. Yeah. I'll give you.
All right, we're done with this pervert. We're done. Yeah, a transvestite. Hot, yeah, okay. What delusional people were you speaking with?
And YFNA atheist should be ashamed of himself. He should be disgraced. YFNA atheist should be disgraced that he did this. He allowed this to happen.
I was told in good faith that I was going to be treated fairly, and I wasn't. Okay.
Yeah. YFNA atheist isn't going to be able to recover from this one without some sort of an extended, sincere apology. He's not going to recover from this one.
You know how many people in the text chat were looking forward to listening to me dialogue here? J Mike, that man with an overgrown beard and desperately in need of a shampoo and a haircut, was cheering Ken on, okay, for muting me and over talking me. You see, this is what they're all about. They're fakes and they're phonies.
So not only did YFN atheist lose his temper and say this is my effing show and do all that messed up stuff and then claim he apologized for it, but in having an opportunity to have a reprieve to redeem himself, he screwed up yet again. So that's another mark against him. So it means that original policy was BS. That apology.
He said, you will not be muted. You will not be muted. I said, okay, then I'll come on. Right?
So you can tell.
And what's interesting is this. Why didn't he come on camera and say, Ken, there's a misunderstanding here. I made a commitment to Darth that he would not be muted. Okay, so you can't mute him. Okay, but he didn't have the balls to come on camera and do that. That shows you what a feckless fraud YFNA is. Okay.
Yeah. So he was up here trying to pretend like he was contrite about what he said before, and that was a lie. It was a setup. It clearly was, because if he was genuinely contrite about what happened, he would have made sure that didn't go down the way that it did. He would have made sure to let him know not to mute you, and he didn't do it. So he was lying all along, and he was lying about that apology. He was being deceptive about that.
Yeah, he was. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Ken was just looking for a reason to mute me and to overtalk me. Okay, and then he was just looking for a pretense to sit there and give me his little lecture, his moralizing.
And YFN atheist co-signed what he was doing.
Yep, because he never intervened. Okay. So Ethan is a liar. Okay.
Well, at least we know for sure. This is the cherry on top, that the mask is totally and fully removed. He is not your friendly neighborhood atheist whatsoever. He's your lying atheist, or your lying. What did you call him? Loss of memory. What word did you use?
I said your friendly neighborhood amnesic atheist because he said he couldn't remember our conversation on Discord a number of months ago, and he goes, "Oh, I have amnesia for some things."
You're unfriendly neighborhood lying amnesic atheist. That's what I would call him. You're unfriendly neighborhood lying amnesic atheist.
Darth, do you take requests for streaming certain videos on YouTube, like recommendations?
Hold on 1 second here. I'm posting a message calling out Ethan the lying neighborhood atheist.
Oh, I wonder if they're gonna ban you or block you from the chat too.
Oh, probably. That's probably what they'll do. They'll probably delete my comments. So go to the text chat and see if it's still there. Oh, I might be blocked there anyway. Let's take a look. I'll look at it in a different browser. They deleted my message. You see that?
Surprise, surprise.
I pointed out that Ethan promised me, and they deleted my message. You see what scumbags they are?
Man, they just continue to go down the whole scumbaggery. They seriously don't even care at this point. They just don't. They're shameless about it.
Yeah, they deleted my message. Okay, they invite me on the show, and then they delete my message.
The fact of the matter is, they know that they have a huge pool of scumbag followers. Here's what cover up and do damage control.
Here's what I posted. I said, Ethan, the lying neighborhood atheist, categorically stated I would not be muted when he invited me on the show. After I reminded Ken about the promise of Ethan, Ethan would not come on and set the record straight. They deleted those comments. Okay.
Yeah. Well, you know what? The good that came out of this is that we now know for certain, unequivocally, that the mask is removed. That he's a liar. He's not so friendly.
Well, no, he's not. He's a big phony, and the mask was removed from Ken. Ken is not this civil guy. Okay.
Yep. Yes, sir.
They could have sat there and say, "Okay, we'll just you can just talk to Ken then, right?" You know, but they want to moralize. They want to lecture me like I'm a third grader. Okay. I guess they really didn't want to talk with me about my worldview. I guess he wanted to come on and just wag his finger at me and saying, "You're a meanie. You're not following Galatians 5. Oh, you're a meanie, Darth Dawkins." That's what it was all about.
He just wanted to score points with his viewers and say, "I just stuck it to Darth."
Yeah, of course. You know what it was? It was a ratings and viewer ploy. Okay, that's what it is.
Yeah. This whole thing was nothing but a stunt. It was a stunt.
Well, it's okay with me. They made themselves look stupid.
You know, they're doing so much to help us in our endeavors and how we interact with atheists when they do stuff like this. This is not helping them in the least bit. And these scumbags are too stupid to see this.
So in other words, he goes, I said, well, I was promised I wouldn't be muted. He goes, well, I didn't promise that. You see what a jerk he is?
Oh, man. But I think they need to apologize, though. They seriously should apologize before, I think, in my personal opinion, you should agree to do anything with these scumbags. This nasty attitude is persistent and continuous amongst these people. How do you have nastiness like this for a God supposedly that isn't real? I mean, honestly, who else acts nasty like this, not believing Santa Claus is real, not believing Bigfoot is real, or these other entities, not believing these entities are real? You don't see any other group of people having attitudes like this for lacking belief or rejecting the belief in these entities. But when it comes to God, and they say that they have this legit belief that God isn't real, they carry it with that non-belief a bunch of nastiness. There is no other group of people in which they believe something isn't real that acts the way these people do. No other group.
By the way, did you get that, Tom Rabbit?